Hey, I'm live. Hey, everybody. I'm still here. Just been doing a lot of stuff since the last time I've gone live on YouTube. Um, I'm just relaxing on this Saturday night and, just keeping up with I'm still here, y'all. I'm still MAGA, all that. Um, so I just thought I'd pop in. I have been making some lives on Facebook. That's a tough crowd over there. They don't want to hear anything pretty much. So I think I'm gonna start doing some more videos on YouTube and thinking about maybe TikTok as well. I'm still trying to learn that. But anyway, how's everybody doing? The ones that still hanging in there with me, I really, really appreciate it. I haven't forgotten about my channel. It's just that I've just been doing this and that, and I moved out of the country last year, came back, just, trying to get my tax business together and things like that. So I said it's time for me to get back on here. So, how's everybody doing? I know it's been rough, man. It has really been rough, but you know what? The Patriots know what's going on, and it's keeping me kind of hopeful, because I'm still following everything that's going on. I think I'm probably even further in the rabbit hole than the last live I've made. Um, but I love President Trump. He is really, really impressing me this second term. Um, his maturity, his first term, he was Donald Trump, but he was trying to just be cool with the wrong people. That's the way I looked at it. And this time when now his second term, this is the Trump that I want to see. And I've been trying to, just try to talk to people and kind of calm them down because they're not paying attention to what's going on because they don't like Trump and they're all distracted by everything that's going on and the fake news, and nobody is paying attention to the game of chess that Donald J. Trump is playing right now. And that's what I be trying to tell people. Y'all underestimating him because you're not paying attention. And when somebody like myself try to break down some of the things that's going on right now all over, they don't, they just that defensive wall comes up automatically. Oops, I got cats jumping. It's their time of the night to start getting rambunctious. So anyway, so yeah, so man, I mean, the things that he is doing, and I think what I like about him the most is how much he shows them the patriots and the American people, I should say, because I can't, just say that patriots. It's probably people outside of patriotism that's starting to be like, yeah, this dude, he doing all right. But he just is. If you can't tell that this man is all about America, I don't know, you gotta be blind at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shows so much strength and just putting everybody on notice, just and yeah, you know how he is. He'll get to saying some of the things he say, you be like, ooh, it sting a little, or you just be like, wait a minute, he ain't say that. But that's what I like about him, and he has not changed. And I'm so glad that I voted for him, and I'm so glad that I'm not allowing people out around me, or that I encounter if I'm out and about or shopping or grocery store or something, and I hear them talk about Donald Trump so bad everywhere I go. I just I've learned to just let it roll off my shoulders because I'm laughing in the inside, really, because I'm like, y'all have no idea what the deal is. They just looking at the things that's going on the surface. They have no idea of the things that's going on behind under the surface. or behind the curtain. Um, I'm coming to the conclusion as well. I've been kind of looking into this a little bit, and I'm starting to think, these people, they are not human. I tell my friends that all the time. I'm always saying that to them. I'm like, listen, I don't think these people are even human. These elitists, the whoever, the Democrats, the liberals, the communists, the socialists, these people can't be all the way human to me because I'm not understanding what do they, the fact that they just don't care, like they just don't care. And they blatantly showing people that they just don't care about us. And well, I've been knew it, but now people are starting to realize, that they've been on the wrong side all this time. And a lot of us probably have. I know I used to be a Democrat until Obama. And then I, realized that I was actually a conservative, which I've said in my previous videos. But I do know more and more people are starting to feel like, we have just been lied to all this time. And all this criminality that's been going on right up under our nose, now it's right in our faces. And I think that's what it took. Um, because I know that this was a mission that they started to bring down who they needed to bring down years ago. So we're at that stage now where we're entering into this new age, and we've been wondering for decades, all our lives, where's our money at? Where's our money? All these taxes and things like that you make us pay, they would have been making us pay unconstitutionally. What are we getting in return? Nothing. We literally, I feel we literally have been enslaved, all of us working people, all of us, average citizens in this country that's just trying to make a living and take care of our families and things like that. You know, um, but we were always told that we're this superpower country and we got all this money and this, and this. And I'm like, well, why aren't we feeling that? But now in 2026, it's really we real close, y'all, to this thing just popping off. It's just I can feel it like deep down inside that it's something that's getting ready to happen. It's at a boiling point right now. And Donald Trump, President Trump, he is not playing. I mean, I could just see his moves, his executive orders that he's signing, things that he's doing that people just don't have a clue at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still there, and I just tell people, hey, just be patient because, this is also a spiritual war. So we have to figure out, whose side are we going to be on. And if all these people can't even see the lunacy and the evilness on on the other side, the liberal side, and the things that they stand for and how they are so against our children and just you name it. It's got to be evil, so you got to pick a side. What side do you want to be on? um it's going to be rough getting through it whatever side you on, because we have to the old has to crash down so the new can come in, and that's what I'm also telling people. You can't start anything new or bring in anything new if the old is still there. That's just like they need to set these term limits on these senators, because they're not bringing anything new in except dumbness at this point. I mean, the things that they stand for is just like mind boggling. Only a evil person could think to do the things that they do. And I'm not, I mean, it's some Republicans too, some rhinos up in there, okay, that's doing the same thing, that's standing for the same thing or whatever. But it's just some things that there shouldn't even be any debate about, like the Save America Act. What I don't understand why they would think that. It just don't make sense to me. That should have been passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we don't want anybody else voting in our elections if they're not citizens of this country or sovereign, or you know what I'm saying. We don't want illegals voting in their system. We can't go to their countries and do that. So for the Democrats to really, really, really be, and some of them have are for it. Um, but that John Thune guy, who's supposed to be a Republican, has such a disdain for the president. He's just dragging his foot. He is just tripping. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows you that to them they don't care about the people. It's just all about the politics, all about the power, all about the money. All about whatever these billionaires and millionaires do on a day to day basis. So now the power has come back to the people. And I think the reason why people are kind of freaking out about Trump and the way he does things is because we haven't had a president like this in my lifetime, and I've been here quite a while. I've seen several presidents, and we've never seen a president. They've never seen a president that conducts itself presidential. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else has just been these wimps, just talking out the side of their neck, not really doing nothing, just making things worse, and so it's like I don't understand, what they think the people are thinking. And then you have so many people that do stand for them. They got a little following, a little crowd, and you go, "What's wrong with y'all that you can't see that this is naturally and morally wrong, and lawfully wrong?" So that's crazy. They're dragging their feet like that for that simple thing. Um, but I've been hearing a lot of things, a lot of good things coming down the pipe. And I think if we just hold on, just, be prepared though, because, anything can happen. And with them, they're so desperate, because they know that their time is near. Satan knows that his time has come. And so they're liable to do anything really crazy, to distract us. And, so don't fall for the okey doke. If something jump off or whatever, we should be prepared. Like I've been hearing people say, get supplies, water, things like that, batteries, whatever, chargers, whatever you got to do, because you just never know with them. Okay. Because they real close, it's real close to be done, to be done with. Um, So that's pretty much it, people. I'm not going to make this really long. I just wanted to kind of come back and touch bases with you guys, let you know that I am here. Um, I was doing some content last year when I was staying in Tulum, Mexico. And then I had to come back to the States because I started my tax business, and I had to be in the States for the training and all that. So I'm still here, in the States. I'll be here probably for another year because I'm going somewhere else. So, you know, just trying to do that, staying out the way. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have been doing okay. Stay away from negative people. Just remember that God is in control. I do believe that Donald Trump is in the position he's supposed to be in for such a time as this, as it says. So I got a lot of faith in that, and so we just have to, stay calm and be prepared and just take care of, check on each other and things like that. Stay up on, what's going on, with on YouTube, so many people to follow and start listening to or whatever, and just we just do what we have to do. So I don't know what's the day, Saturday. I'll probably try to make a video once a week and see how that goes. I'm retired, so I got time to do stuff like that. So I might make another video sometime next year. But until then, um like my video, share my video, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care.